back at my favourite spot, filming the access for disabled people. So here we are back at the edge of Kingsmead. So as you remember probably from last time, I would said you would have had to come up here from the car park, which is round there, along here in the road. You would then come, oh, isn't this attractive? So you would then come up the road to try and get through this gap here in a wheelchair. So you're in the road still. So, and then a lovely sign here, really obvious sign hidden behind another sign saying closure of Kingsmead Sq to be extended to 10 p.m. daily. Oh, that was from last October, from the 5th of the 10th 2020. Doesn't say till when or if that's ending at any point soon. So yeah, so you could come up here in the road. As you can see, the parklet is all along here. There's no dropped curb for wheelchair users anywhere along here, so you would have to either come up the road or navigate up this pavement to past the Mission Burrito up here. So you're in the gully still, by the way, where the drains are, and you're going to come up to the dropped curb, which is here. This is the section of dropped curb that's closest to access from the bottom of the square. So you're going to come across here and you're going to be met with bollards, with more tables and chairs, with less access. You could try and come this way, but then you've got the lampposts, you've got the bins, you've got the benches. This whole side of Kingsmead Square is now taken up with tables and chairs. So if you could navigate through this way, lovely, not particularly great surface for wheeled users, or wheelchair users, sorry. And then you're in the gully again over the drains. You could try and navigate along here. It's pretty wide at the moment. I don't know where all those tables and chairs are set up though, normally. So then across here, you're not going to get past this way. You're not going to get through here in a wheelchair past these bicycles, which is where the next section of dropped curb is. So at the moment, I think the next section of dropped curb to the side is completely obstructed by the bicycles, the tables and the chairs and the benches. So no consideration for disabled people here either. I'm going to go, so that's where Society Cafe is, just on that corner. I'm trying not to film any people that are sitting outside having coffee. So I couldn't get that way, so I'm going to have to come round this way. Remember though, it would have been more difficult for me to come across here from where the Peking restaurant is, because that's where the dropped pavement is. I can't go further than the Peking restaurant because of all the tables and chairs outside the coffee company and outside what used to be the Jazz Cafe. I don't know what it's called now. So yeah, so that would be coming across this way. I would have to navigate, if I did do that, I would have to navigate past that bench through this way or across this way, and then as you can see, you get to here, there's broken curbs, there's the pavement, a very, very uneven, as you can see, very uneven pavement coming this way. So I mean, I wouldn't want to navigate it on a walking frame, or definitely not in a wheelchair. I mean, I suppose people don't have a choice, so they would have to. You could come this way round the veg stall. Once you've come across to the middle of the square, you could come this way. Then of course you've got all the benches to navigate. You could come this way to have to go over more cobbles, or I mean, this is the section of town where the curbs have been removed, where everything is supposed to be the same level, which as we know is not brilliant for the visually impaired or the blind, because they have no way of feeling the difference between the pavement and the road. So here we are. We've come across the dropped curbs, or the one level surface, and so if I was visually impaired, I might not be able to tell if I was on the road. These little bumpy things, I assume, are to give some warning that you're entering the road. So we're going to go over this bit opposite Ryman's, and still not brilliant, because then when you get to here, what happens when you get to here? Are you going to go through this way? You're not going to go this to the right side of the lamppost because there's not room. You're not going to go left of the lamppost because there's not room. You could try and navigate your way through this tunnel of scaffolding, but you're not going to be able to do that either. I'm going to follow along here to show you where the next bit of dropped curb is. So past the Barbers, opposite Tesco Express, all the way along here, no drop curb, so all the way along here, still no dropped curb, still no dropped curb, still no dropped curb. I think the next bit looks like it's up here a bit, so meeting with one on the, oh, does it meet with one on the other side of the road? Oh, it's a mystery. Let's have a look. Oh yes, it does. So here's a dropped curb, and there's a drop curb over there, so you would be able to get over to that side of the road. Let's see what would happen once you crossed here in front of Sports Direct. I mean, across the big puddle, but that's okay. And then along here, you could get down there, but I don't know why, because it's not going anywhere. Can't go down this pavement. You can't cross anywhere here until you get back to that corner where you cross into scaffolding or into tables. So I'm going to carry on trying to show you how difficult it is at the moment to access well, particularly Westgate Street at the moment, because that's the point where I was told that people should park in Kingsmead Sq car park and traverse across to Westgate Street. So I'm going to cross again. I'm going to stop recording for a moment because of it takes too long to upload stuff otherwise. So I'll be back in a second.